Hey everybody, Will Stuck here. My friends at the St. Joseph Public Library asked me to put together a couple of videos to introduce you to a few of the databases that they offer via their website that you can access with your library card. Now, we all know you can download ebooks and audiobooks from their website, but some of these databases are really cool and educational, and I think you'll love them. So, in each of these videos, I'm going to talk the first part of the video about what the database has to offer and how you can use it. And then you're going to want to grab the kids for the second half of each video because we're going to have some fun. I'll either teach a craft or a song. We'll do something fun and engaging that you as a family can do together. Now for this, our second video, we're going to explore some of the educational databases that you can use with your library card through the St. Joseph Public Library website. Now you will need your library card for these because you have to set up an account first with both of the resources we're going to talk about. And those resources are Universal Class, and we're going to explore a couple things that you can find on RB Digital. So get your library card ready. We're going to explore some cool educational opportunities that you probably didn't even know were available to you for free with your library card.
For these videos, I'm going to be using my phone to access the website, but you can also use your tablet or computer as well. Simply go to sjpl.lib.mo.us. Once on this page, scroll down and select the Databases and eMedia button. From this page, we're going to scroll down through the available databases until we locate Universal Class. Once that's located, click on the link and you will be directed to the registration or login page. If you are a new user, you will enter your library card number and select Go. It will then take you to another page where you will complete setting up your account. If you're an existing user, click Sign In, and it will take you to a page where you enter your email or username along with a password that you create. The Universal Class database is filled with a wide variety of online classes. You can take these classes for fun, or some are even offered as a continuing education credit. I'm going to scroll back up to the top of the page here and select the Crafts and Hobbies classes. Within each of the subjects found on the Universal Class homepage, you will find many classes offered. I'm going to just quickly scroll through the available classes under the Craft and Hobby page, just page 1, to give you an idea of how many there are. Let's select How to Draw 101 for a better idea of what each class involves. Once you have selected a class, you will be taken to a page where you can see the total number of lessons involved in each course, the total number of exams, the average time it takes to complete the course, as well as any continuing education credits possibly available should you choose that route. If it looks good, select Join this course and be taken to the next page. On this page, you would click Join Certificate Class if you are taking it for continuing education credit. Only one decision left to make before the course begins. If you select Video Only mode, you will only watch instructional videos and there will be no exams or interaction with the teacher. Normal mode will include assignments, quizzes, and interactions with your instructor. From there, you'll be taken to a page where you can see the classes you're taking, along with the number of lessons you've completed. Within this particular drawing class, you can see that all of the lessons are laid out on the main page, but only the first is unlocked. The others will remain locked until you complete the first lesson. For this particular course, the first lesson is simply an introduction to the class. It goes over expectations, as well as supplies necessary to complete the assignments. However, no matter which course you choose to take in Universal Class, at the bottom of each lesson, you will find notes and videos from your instructor. This is also where you will turn in your completed lessons, exams, as well as participate in classroom polls and surveys. So as you can see, the Universal Class database is a great resource for those looking to further their knowledge in any subject. Now let's return to the main database homepage and learn about two other amazing educational resources available to you. Back on the library's Databases and eMedia page, we'll find the next two resources we are going to explore in this video. Both of them can be located in the RB Digital site. However, if you scroll further down the list, you can select each one individually and be taken directly to their page. That's Great Courses Library Collection, or Transparent Language Online. For simplicity's sake, I selected the RB Digital link. From this page, you can see access to their audiobooks, entertainment resources, educational resources, as well as their ebooks, magazines, and health and wellness resources. You will find links at the bottom of the page where you can download the free RB Digital app. The appearance of the RB Digital homepage will vary slightly between the app and your computer versions. What you are seeing here is the way that RB Digital appears on the app. I will be using it to demonstrate the databases for the remaining part of this video. This first page displays all of the materials you currently have checked out through RB Digital. If we return to the top of this page, the three lines located in the upper left-hand corner bring up a drop-down menu. Within this menu, you can further explore the RB Digital offerings. If I was to select Education, which is what we're exploring today, we can see what they have available. Let's begin by selecting the Great Courses. The Great Courses is a series of lectures given by experts and professors on a wide variety of topics. This database is a perfect resource for anyone who considers themselves to be a lifelong learner. Let's take a closer look at one of these lectures. How about Food, a Cultural Culinary History? Once you've selected a lecture series, you'll be taken to a page where you'll see a brief synopsis of what the lecture series is about, as well as meet the expert or professor who's presenting the lectures. You'll also see each of the lectures in the series. Now, unlike Universal Class, where you must complete the previous lesson before you see the next lesson, in this particular database, you can jump around to whichever subject or lecture sounds best to you. Let's pick one and take a closer look. Selecting a lecture will take you to a page where you will see the title of the lecture, from which course the lecture comes from, as well as who the instructor is. Then just press play and enjoy.
Industrial food production began to have impacts on a global scale, a change that we will cover.
So as you can see, it is pretty easy to have a wealth of knowledge at your fingertips with this database. Let's return back to the RB Digital homepage so that we can explore our next database, Transparent Language Online. The first time you use Transparent Language Online, you'll need to go through two screens of their online terms of use. Make sure and read them all, because we all know how much fun that is. Now that fun's over, we can begin exploring all of the languages available for you to learn on this database. And the list is huge. Why don't we just select Spanish and see what the lesson's like. From here, we can even select which dialect of Spanish we wish to learn. Let's click Latin American. We're going to zoom out a bit so that you can see that this database does a great job of welcoming and familiarizing the user with how to use it properly. After the tutorial, simply click your first lesson and it will take you to a page where you can begin practicing your vocabulary.
Hola.
You can navigate these lessons at your own pace by using the previous and next buttons located on the bottom of the screen.
That is just a few of the educational resources available to you with your library card through the St. Joseph Public Library's website. Now, there's some I didn't even have time to touch on. There's Chilton auto repair manuals, there's practice tests. It really explores the databases page, and I think you'll be surprised at some of the stuff you find. So, one of the things that we touched on a little bit in the Universal class was that there are drawing classes in there, and I love to draw. So for this video's activity, grab the kids, grab some pencils, grab some paper. Let's have a quick little drawing lesson. I'm going to teach you something I love to draw, and it's pretty easy and it's fun. Okay, everybody, so hopefully you grabbed some paper and something to draw with. A pencil with eraser is probably best, but if you only had a crayon or a marker available, that's okay. Just draw lightly the first time, because you can always go over it again darker to make the cartoon we're drawing pop up off the page a little bit more.
But if you're using a pencil with eraser, great, because we're going to probably want to erase some of our guidelines we're going to be using in this cartoon. Now, I've said we're drawing a cartoon. That's because I love cartoons. I love watching cartoons. I love reading comic strips and comic books. And honestly, at one point in my life, I thought I was going to be a cartoonist. And so cartoons are very important to me. And probably since elementary school, I have been drawing cartoon ducks. I don't know why ducks, other than the fact that I think they're kind of fun. And a couple of my favorite characters of all times are cartoon ducks. I love Donald, I love Daffy. Now, we're not drawing either one of those two specifically. There are elements of both of them in here because I'm fans of the cartoonist that created them. So we're going to draw a basic cartoon duck head. You can do this. It's very, very easy. And get your paper, get your marker or your pencil or your crayons, whatever you're going to use, ready to go. And let's have some fun with this. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a circle. Now, whenever I've taught a drawing class, for some reason, everybody wants to start really small. And I used to do that too when I was young. When we go small, for some reason, it just makes us feel like we're kind of in our own world, I guess. But the problem is when you go small, it's hard to add detail. So actually make it kind of decent size. We're going to draw a circle, and it does not have to be a perfect circle because this is a cartoon character. And so it does not have to be perfect. In fact, that is a very wonky circle, but I'm okay with that. So just draw a circle. Next, we're going to put guidelines in here. Guidelines are used by cartoonists and artists when drawing characters because it kind of gives them a reference point as to which way the character is looking. If I was to draw a vertical line right down the middle, that is the middle of the face. So that means our character is looking straight ahead. If I have our guidelines move to either side, that means they're turning their head and looking to their left or to their right. So for our duck, I'm actually going to draw a vertical guideline like that. So I want our duck looking that way. Next, for our horizontal guidelines, I'm going to put this one a little bit lower, but you'll notice I'm not making it straight either. That's because the horizontal guideline, it's curved because I want you to not think about this as a circle. I want you to think of it as a sphere. This is a rounded character. So rounding that will help. The horizontal guideline is typically where the eyeballs set. Depending on which book or which method of cartooning you look at, some people say the eyeballs are in the middle of that line. Some say they're on top of that line. It's totally up to you. I'm going to use this one as where my eyeballs are setting. So they're actually going to be resting on top of that line. So this is it. This is the start of our duck. Does it look like a duck? No, it doesn't look like a duck. So we need to do something. Let's put a bill on this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bill on our duck. Now I always start with the corner of the mouth. So somewhere on this little quadrant right here, I want you to draw a little line like that. Perfect. Now we're going to take our pencil. We're going to do kind of this weird wave where we go down and up like this. Excellent. Our next step is we're going to do the end of the bill. So right down here where it's curving, we are going to do that shape. Very good. Now, because our character is turned the way it's turned, we're not seeing all the way on this side. We're not quite on top of the character to see all of the beak on this side. So on this curve, what I want you to do is take this line up like that. So we're going to draw a line from this curve up and over that middle vertical guideline. And we're going to go down, kind of round it out here at the corner. Bring it back like that. So it was up, down, follow that horizontal guideline and around. And on this one, we're going to follow this guideline out and around as well. Very good. Now we're going to go ahead and put a little smile on that side of the face as well. Now right now, I know this kind of looks messy and you're probably thinking, Will, that just looks like a jumbled mess. So let's erase some of these guidelines. Now I am going to use my finger, but you can use an eraser. And we're going to erase these guidelines in the middle of the bill because those are no longer necessary. And we're going to erase the bottom part of the circle right here. And we're going to erase the bottom part of the circle and the guideline that's on that side. And because now my lines look all weird, I'm going to go back over mine there. Okay, one more thing. Let's put a nostril on this guy. Now, time for the eyes. So what we're going to do is one eye has to be on one side of the vertical and the other one has to be on the other side. And the eye that's farther away is going to be a little bit smaller. Plus, because this is a sphere, it's going to be curved a little bit. So we're going to go up and curve it down. And you can just run that right into the side of that circle. So up and down just like that. This one, it doesn't have to be curved because this is the eye that's actually facing you. So whatever shape you want the eyes to take, that's what shape you're going to draw here. If you draw it as skinny as you drew this one, or as small, it's going to look kind of not right. That's because that's further away. So, and it's on the back side of the curve. So we're going to go up, and I'm actually just going to do a nice big shape like that. Okay, let's put this middle guideline. We'll get it out of here. We don't need our vertical guideline anymore. But we got to give this duck some personality. So one of the ways to do that's with eyebrows. And I know you're thinking ducks don't have eyebrows. This is a cartoon duck. It is okay. So what we're going to do is from the side of the eye, just draw straight up and down like that. And then following this curve, go up above the circle again and down. Erase the circle that's within those eyebrows. Like so. There, that's given it a little bit more personality. Now, I actually like to put some feathers, both Daffy and Donald, like I said, two of my favorite cartoon ducks. The feathers on top of their head kind of looks like hair. And so that's what we're going to do right here is I'm going to actually put a little bit of a bump here on top. And then I want to give it a little bit of a cowlick too. So we're going to do a shape like that on the back. And we're going to erase our circle. There we go. Now, the only thing our duck is missing, our duck head, is some eyes. So since we're going to have the duck this way, you can have the eyes go wherever you want them looking. But I want them looking straight at you. So what we're going to do is this one is going to be on the inside. I'm going to do not a circle. I'm actually going to do an oval. I'm going to fill it in. Now, a secret that a lot of cartoonists do to make their characters have a little bit more life is they put a highlight in their cartoon's character's eyes. That's easy. Just decide which way the light's coming from and don't color it in. And we'll do that for this eye as well. Very good. Let's go ahead and put a neck on him. Why not? We'll go ahead and put a neck on our little duck. And so we'll go down like this and like that. And we'll make him a mallard. This is something Daffy has, is a little collar. So go ahead and you can put a little collar on there. And you can color this duck however you want. And guess what? You just drew a duck. Now you can change this however you want. You can make the head more pointy. You can make it taller. You can make it shorter. You could make the beak really, really long. Do whatever you want. It is your creation. But I hope you had fun drawing this duck with me today. And I hope you join me for the next video I'm making for the library about the entertainment databases you can find on the SJPL website. And at the end of that video, we're going to do something else fun. So I hope you join me. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.